Welcome to the Supreme Resort. Land. What is this voice? It's a podcast about Disneyland and Walt Disney World, which is the Supreme Resort. Each episode, we will discuss and explore each resort ride by ride, land by land, park by park to determine which is better. I'm your host, Jimmy. Thank you for joining on this quest to help the greater good of humanity answer this long, elusive question: which is better, Disneyland or Walt Disney World? Joining me, as always, is my wife walking through the office. Hi.
Hi, Dina.
Past guest of the show. We have, also beyond her, that's no longer in the office, we have Real Dan.
Hey, I'm here. I'm ready to rock. Look in our website in the store. We have a new item available. It is a supplement I'm selling. It's basically just like minerals that come from the dirt in my garden. It's Supreme. It's the Supreme supplements. It may cure several things. I'm still talking to the lawyers about what I can say about that. Anyway, so look at our website, as you all do, in the store section, and it's there.
That's Real Dan. He's back with a vengeance. And then we also have Eric.
Hey, the new Doge department at the federal level will disassemble the FDA. So, Dan, you can say whatever you want. How much of that supplement is poop?
Well, partially. The person who comes to work in our garden was noticing that, like, he was saying that there's a lot of good minerals in our soil. So I figured may as well market this. So I've been putting it. It's really hard to use a regular size spoon, by the way, and like those gel caps to like. It's hard to pour them in, but I've been doing that, and we have some ready to go.
Did you start pooping after the assessment?
I've been pooping significantly more since actually I started taking.
Don't get me started on that. So it's kind of
Sorry,
like,
Jimmy.
have you heard of the natural flavor? Like when you talk about vanilla, it's natural flavor. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Where it's made of the taint of a beaver. Beaver butt goo.
Beaver
like
butt goo tastes more like vanilla than actual vanilla beans?
Evidently.
Oh.
And look it up, people. Beaver butt goo. It's a thing. And
can't
then, so when Dan talks about, in the supplement, when he talks about minerals, he really means poop.
I mean, we don't use all of the nutrients that we put in our bodies. And the same can be said for squirrels, dogs, possums, other things that are prone to running around your garden. So I would imagine that, I mean, of course, there is also the minerals in the soil. And so I feel like they all come together. Can't discount those. Yeah, you can't discount them.
It just occurred to me, this is not after hours. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to subscribe on Patreon to Ears Up a Podcast, if you're a subscriber, you can get access to secret shows and extra things like the Supreme Resort After Hours, which is where Dan and Eric and I, which is all kinds of nonsense, but it may be, this is the theme song.
Hold on, let me take over. If you would like to hear these hosts, of which I am not one of them, I think that's the character, talk about all sorts of things and say swears, and you could do so on the Supreme Resort After Hours.
It's like 10 minutes. It's fun. It's really what we do before we record. It's kind of our warm-up session, if you will. Well, we get into all kinds of stuff.
This is us after we've warmed up.
This is our after warm-up. Yes. Ooh. Some might say we wasted all in the warm-up.
I think some will, in fact, say that.
Myself included. Okay, so listener, we have...
particular.
That's right. We have a fun one for you today. A couple weeks back, we decided, for the last few years, I would say, we started effectively just before COVID. COVID was what it was. And for the last couple of years, we've all collectively been up and down, in and out, kind of all over the place. Last year, famously is not the right word, but on the show, I've sort of cataloged my recovery from from alcohol and spent a year kind of rebooting all the systems. How does it work? How do you go out to dinner with clients? How do you travel? How do you do all these things without that crutch? And one of the things I did not want to do, what we have been doing, as you may have observed, is what are we going to do? We need to record an episode. What should we record? What's the topic? And it's been kind of a scramble for the last couple of years for the most part. So a couple of weeks ago, I said, let's get together and let's just sit down and plan the next 4 months. Let's plan the dates we record. Let's plan the time we record. Let's plan the subject. So we were all set. It took longer than you might have thought.
Very serious
to do. But we got through it. We have the next 4 months of episodes. The first one we agreed on was today's episode, which is Hall of Presidents versus Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Which I was excited about, by the way.
Excited.
Now that I'm out of character and able to share my true opinions, I was very much excited to talk about my fifth favorite president, Abraham Lincoln.
That's right. Fifth favorite. So that was going to be
Do
the
you
show.
Want to know the others?
Yeah, I'd like to know the first four, please.
Donald J. Trump.
That's 1 and 2.
Well, yes. Okay. He's
okay.
So Donald Trump, George W. Bush, Nixon,
Okay.
Reagan, and then Lincoln.
Okay. All right.
And to be fair, Walt Disney didn't know about the other four when he created Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
That's fair.
That
Otherwise,
is fair. Yes.
And Lincoln being the first or the first Republican of that list.
Right. And we would wholeheartedly welcome him back in the current configuration.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Anyway, so that was the plan. And then what happened?
Then I had a I had a rough few weeks. Unfortunately,
He doesn't mean it. Pun intended.
What was the pun? Rough.
Rough. Sorry.
Oh.
Again, I handle grief with humor.
Damn you! Yeah, we had a rough few weeks. Yeah, and unfortunately, we had to put a dog to sleep, and it was not an easy decision. And I said, hey, you know what I don't want to do? Research the Hall of Presidents this week, even though I started research on this thing 3 years ago when I first joined this podcast.
This week being the week of January the 6th, where the president is officially, what's the term? Not sworn in.
Coronated?
Yeah. That's the new term. That's not what the historical term has been. Anyway, so
you made my heart skip a beat there.
Is there ever a good time?
My heart's been skipping a lot of beats since I started taking these supplements. So
get that
I think it's probably normal.
Hey.
So yes, unfortunately, Eric had to put down a beloved family member, and that's never pleasant. And so that's challenge one. I had a trip to Florida, non-theme park related.
You did not have. None of us had fun this week.
Yeah. So this week, it's a meeting that have been in the making for these last 4 years. I've had to coordinate this thing multiple times and reschedule. I have people coming from all over the world to meet in Florida to plan effectively the next 5 years of strategic growth, doubling and tripling my business outside of podcasting. So it's a really big deal. And on my way down, I contracted norovirus somewhere along the way, and I was in a hotel room / bathroom for a majority of the time.
And you said before 9 out of 10 explosiveness?
Okay, yes. So as far as Dan asked, as far as explosive diarrhea goes, 1 out of 10, I said it was a 9. There was none on the wall.
Okay.
Oh, that would be
but
10.
There was some places I don't understand how it got to.
Okay, so the question that I wanted to ask, but I wanted to save it for the show, were they all planned? Or were there...
No.
Okay, there were mistakes.
I left a tip for the housekeeping staff.
Oh!
A generous gratuity.
I'm assuming that this tip was cash, not the other thing that we're talking about. Here you go.
Little from column A, little from column B.
Look what I did. I'm a maniac.
Yeah. So anyhow,
welcome to the show, new listeners. Every episode is someone's
every
first.
episode is someone's first. Welcome to the show. So anyway,
I think in terms of not that that's good to go in this direction, but I think in terms of who won the week, it looks like I did.
Yeah. Congratulations.
However, I had an extremely depressing winter break.
Yeah.
Which,
okay.
I mean,
You've
Christmas is your
had
favorite
a rough
time of
few
year.
months.
Yeah, regular listeners of the show, you can probably piece together what my personal life is like. And it was, holidays are difficult because, the recent passing of my dad didn't help. Not that we weren't close, but it's still, brings up a lot of family things in general.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of rawness there. So yeah, it was a difficult time for the past couple weeks. This week was actually okay. It was okay because I was back to the regular grind, and that always helps. But being out of that tends to lead to rabbit holes that, again, listener, you can probably accurately imagine what those look like if you're a regular listener. If you're not a regular listener, you'll figure it out.
So
please stay with us.
That gives you some context for why the subject of the episode is the subject of the episode. Mm-hmm. It is not a function of laziness. We had a plan. We've spent a lot of time formatting the plan. We will get to Hall of Presidents and Great Moments at some point sooner than later, along with, of course, the Tiki Room.
And I just want to point out,
the Tiki Room. Yeah. And I guess we can get back to hotels.
Okay.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And I just want to point out too that when we say that it's not out of laziness, there's a risk of it sounding like we're over arguing the point, just like on Bowie's Planning, when Eric and I talk about how we have not taken cocaine and we do not plan to. The more we say it, the more it sounds like we are covering for us actually
being actively on.
Right. So we want to be sure to explain to the listener.
It's a good point because
if you say it too much, then people will think obviously they're just covering their. So
well, now that you mention it, yes, I should probably we probably need to downplay that point in the show. Yeah.
I would like to share an anecdote that I'm not going to get philosophical.
Is it from Maya Angelou?
No. Is she famous for anecdotes?
Yes.
Sure.
And poetry.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we don't have to spend a whole lot of time here. I'm not going to give you a lot of context around this other than to say it was Thanksgiving. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And one of my brothers, one of my sisters were in town, and the 3 of us went on a walk, just the 3 of us. This particular brother is actually in a related field to Eric. In fact, works on the same campus.
Yes, he does.
And he's very successful in what he does in his field, and very wealthy. And
unlike me. Okay.
So here's again, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole, but one thing that I've spent a lot of time in my life trying to reconcile is that wealth does not equal success. To some people, they're synonymous. Yeah. I've spent a lot of time trying to program myself to realize that success does not mean wealth. Wealth does not mean success. Smart doesn't necessarily mean wise, et cetera, et cetera. So again, I don't want to go philosophical. However, this wealthy and arguably successful, not successful because of wealth, but they're anyway, whatever.
Traditionally, or however you
correct.
Want to put it. Yeah.
So, but he is successful in his field, and he's also quite wealthy. So I assume, based on my upbringing and how I've sort of been programmed, that he's got it. He's got everything. Like, what could he possibly want in his life? His life's got to be perfect and whatever. Mm-hmm. So we're on this walk, and he asked me, like, Jimmy, are you happy? And I'm like, oh God, here we go. Because now he's going to tell me all about how I should live my life and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? I'm probably at a 7 some days I'm at a 9, some days I'm a 5, but in general, I'm at a 7. And I kind of rattled off the things that I have and I'm grateful for and whatever. And the short version of the story is he read an article, read all kinds of stuff about basically everyone's kind of at a 7. He's at a 7. Some days he's at a 5. Some days he is at a 9. We're all basically striving for content. Like happiness is elusive. Happiness is temporary. We're all ultimately after being content with what we have, accepting and appreciating what we have, not longing for what we don't have. Maybe you can strive for or work towards, but ultimately, maybe we're just all striving to be 7. And I think that was one of the most powerful things that he's ever said to me. And that has revolutionized my mindset. Just like, you know what? It's okay to be a 7. It's okay. Because 10 is impossible. 5 sucks. And just get out of the 5 and just take assessment of what you actually have and how much worse it could be. Maybe it could be better, but strive for better, but don't long for it. Because you know what?
That sounds like socialism to me, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Well, that character used to play, you would have loved this conversation.
Oh, I absolutely would have loved it.
But anyway, this is unrelated to anything other than to say that, I don't know, it was just really powerful. And listener, I don't know if you care, you may have turned off already, but maybe it's okay just to be content.
Yeah. Should we, by the way, have a list of suggested podcasts if someone wants to turn away from ours?
Podcast The Ride.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. Podcast The Ride. Excellent content.
They get into some deep stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully that made a difference to somebody. It made a huge difference in my life. And I think, just be kind to each other. Mm-hmm. And we'll see you on the next show.
Right.
Oh, wait.
And buy some
this show too. Stay on this one.
And Blue Chew. Okay, so Dan is going to Club 33 tomorrow, listeners.
I am.
And when I say tomorrow, I mean whenever you're listening to this.
I will be going. I'm perpetually in a loop of Club 33. I'm going to be bankrupt. I'm going with someone who's never gone, and I have gone a couple times. So that's I'm going to pick out my garments from Target today so I can go in character as a sweaty Mar-a-Lago dentist. Make of that what you will. It'll be fun.
Will you actually be sweaty?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's January. He's going to have to run around a little bit, but
do we want to shout out how you're getting into Club 33?
I don't know if we can.
Well, we can say we have a listener. Thank you, listener. You know who you are.
Yes, thank you, listener. You know who you are. It'll be fun to. The person I'm going with is genuinely like, this is something that she's been wanting to do her entire life and thinking that she would never be able to do. And on a whim, it's a coworker. On a whim, she texted me and said, "Hey, do you happen to know anything about this?" I'm just like, I think we can make it happen. So
that's cool.
Yeah. It's fun.
So thank you, listener, for that. And we'll look forward to a full trip report on the next episode.
I'll take many pictures of the bathroom.
Please. And nothing but. Okay, so do we have anything else to cover before
no butt pictures? I'm sorry.
The main topic? Or, well, that's not even. Oh, it's a rough week. Anyway, anything else to talk about before we get to the wheel of clickbaity nonsense?
How many acres of trees do you think you are responsible for taking down?
Anyway,
okay.
I was going to say between Eric's tissues and
a full tree,
probably a full tree.
Okay, that's a good measure of that sort of.
It was a full tree's worth of illness.
Yeah. How sick were you? Full tree.
Full tree. I'm talking like sequoia.
Right. Yeah. Giant redwood.
Yeah, that sort of thing. In fact, that's what I used. That's the only kind of toilet paper I use.
Sequoia Park.
From Sequoia.
Sequoia.
It's actually
Virgin Sequoia.
Okay.
Organic.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, wanted you to know a little bit of context in the background as to why this is not a for realsies episode, but we will
For
get
real?
right-
We're
really
doing
hope
an
it is
episode. I
someone's
have
first
to edit this
episode.
crap.
This is somebody's first.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Listen to our back catalog.
Is it always like this? Okay, let's answer honestly. Is
In
it
some
always like
ways.
this? I would
Sure.
say in the background there is always some amount of this, but it is currently way in the foreground. How about that?
That's right.
Okay.
So we've done this before. We'll do it again. It is the wheel of clickbaity nonsense
Woo!
or garbage. Dan has collected over the years a list of
Is it garbage
clickbaity.
or is it nonsense?
It's whatever. I like it. I think garbage is funnier as a name.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yes.
But
I wrote
Wheel of
I wrote
clickbaity
the
garbage.
title
So,
wrong.
so over the years, just to bring everybody, including you, new listener, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
This is a podcast where we usually talk about Disneyland, Disney World, which is better, for all the reasons that we have just painfully described. We are not doing that this week. Dan has collected over the years a list of clickbait articles. We've all seen them. Like, for example, mousewhatever.com says Disney World closing this ride forever, or this theme park closing ...
Or a lot of
That
them are
sort of
also like theme park hacks or things you must do. Or basically, the standard that I have applied to these is if, first of all, it shows up on my news feed, the the toilet news
Yeah.
feed that we all have,
That's right.
then it automatically qualifies as clickbait because that's the only stuff that shows up there. And everything that I have selected has been curated to include some sort of inherent flaw, insanity, dumbness. Like, it's not just like, hey, look at this clickbait. I don't remember what it is about each one, but I do know that my vetting process is I'm always looking for something about it that makes it go, makes me go like, okay, this person's insane, or this is just dead wrong, or this article shouldn't exist, or whatever.
Can I introduce a fun new segment
What's that?
Oh.
that you may not want to play in this ever again? Here is the top 10 articles on my Google News feed.
Ooh,
I was
Should we all do it?
opening it up to see examples of this clickbaity garbage. Number 1, Macy's to close these 3 Georgia stores.
Oh. So
Number
it's
2.
not just Disney. We're doing this everywhere.
okay.
Well,
so
this is just my news feed.
all right. Let's go through it. So that was your number. Let's do top 3 for each of us. Eric, if you're, are you?
Well, I don't know about
are you
top 3. I'm just going in order.
Google feed? Wait. what
Whatever
feed?
the news feed is. This is basically how Jason does his news.
That's right. So I'm just going to keep going.
Okay.
Disneyland starts construction on Avengers Campus expansion this weekend.
Ooh. Okay, my top 2. Mark Zuckerberg praises benefits of masculine energy. Supreme Court signals it will uphold ban on TikTok. Okay, what are your next ones?
Wicked 2's title change suggests a bigger future for the franchise that initially planned.
Okay.
Wow.
MCU's recent Fantastic Four reveal has finally convinced me it will nail the one character I was... It cuts off.
This is sad. Vast Los Angeles fire spreads into new areas near Palisades.
Boring.
Oops.
M&M's has brand new flavor hitting shelves this month.
It's a lot of records, and it only cost me $285. It's an article about Adrian Belew, the guitar player.
Stephen Twitch boss, family, and friends call out widow Allison Holker over tell-all memoir. I don't know what that means.
Only one of the MCU's original Avengers never lost a major battle, so maybe it's time to admit he's the best.
Macy's reveals locations of closing stores, including 9 in California.
Hey,
there we
had
go.
one like that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of reveals, Glenn Close reveals her best on-screen kiss. I only got to kiss him once.
6 Lego Bluey sets officially releasing in 2025.
3 theme park destinations to visit outside of Orlando.
1 woman drank 50 bottles of ruin art behind the scenes with the world's most elite chalet girls.
Wow. Okay.
10 non-Hogwarts Harry Potter characters we need to see in HBO's reboot. This, listener, is exactly the examples of things we're talking about on this episode of...
Wait,
Go ahead.
One more, please. Hulk Hogan got booed out of the building on WWE's Netflix debut.
And here's another one that is just perfect to as an example. 45 photos of 80s kids things that will be very, very nostalgic for any Zennial.
Oh,
there you go. All right, so that's kind of how this works. Is that Dan he'll spin a wheel of all of these articles, and
it's a real wheel. It's a physical wheel made out of wood
physical
and
wheel. Think Wheel of Fortune. And he will read us the title of the thing, and there's usually a list, and Eric and I will guess on that list. Eric will be 90% correct. I will never be correct. And we will narrow it down until we are bored.
Yeah.
And that, listener, when you get bored, turn it off.
And maybe listen to Podcast The Ride. I'm going to suggest Hollywood Handbook. I think that show's an underrated show.
All right. So here comes the wheel of clickbaity garbage.
All right. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go.
Spin that wheel.
Your attention, please.
Like I said, it's made out of wood and cardboard. Okay, let's see. We have this one's from our friends at Park Savers. It is Threat Secured.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay, let's see if this will go through. This site can't be reached.
Oh no!
No, Eric, do you have a first guess?
Hold on, let me see what if Park Savers is shut down. Yep, Park Savers no longer with us.
I was going to say I don't even know that source.
An example of the credibility with which we select the wheel
of clickbaity garbage.
It just so happens that I have spun it. There we go. It didn't make any sound due to
there it is.
There it's spinning.
Nope, it stopped
really quick.
Well, that's weird.
Okay. Oh my God. This is not. It's no longer Man of Many's Most Wanted October. What is this? I don't know why this is on the wheel. We might need to. No, let's not edit it out. We're gonna hide that choice. This is how the sausage is made. Everybody, here we go.
Do we need to spin again?
Sure. Okay, this is Mickey Blog.
All right.
What are the two best attractions?
You can't. The wheel hasn't stopped spinning. How could you know?
Because I have foresight thanks to our new book, The Supreme Resorts Guide to the Afterlife and Others.
That's right.
What are the two best attractions at each Disney theme park?
Okay. Two best.
This is from
attractions.
MickeyBlog.com.
Hold on. I have questions as always.
Yeah.
Mickey Blog.
Mm-hmm.
Two best attractions. Rides? Attractions? Rides?
Let me see. Looks like we are talking about rides.
Okay. So presumably two best rides in each of the theme parks, each domestic theme park, Disneyland, Disney World, all of the above.
Are we talking 6 theme parks?
Yes, it looks like just domestic. I'm scanning it.
The wheel has not been vetted.
Okay. Yes.
Two best attractions.
Best attractions
at the domestic Disney theme park. So there is a list of 12.
Yes, and I'm seeing the inherent issue with this as I'm reading it, and yes, it is the two best attractions. Keyword best attractions.
Okay, best attractions. So there are 12 on this list.
Yes.
And what is best for you? Should we go by theme park?
I think we can go. I think whoever thinks that they can name the two from a specific theme park, we can do it like a name that tune style. If you
So
Eric, which theme park do you want to challenge Jimmy to?
Okay. The easiest. Let's start with the easiest.
Okay.
Ugh, there's no
Magic
such thing.
Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. Okay.
Jimmy, what you got?
I can name those best in 2 rides.
You can land it. You can land on it within just a single guess.
I can land on the top 2 in 4 guesses.
In 4 guesses. Okay, Eric, what do you think?
I'm going to say 2 guesses.
2 guesses. Now, are we saying? Does that mean you're guessing 2 things?
2 things.
You're gonna nail it on the
100%
first guess.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
All right, Eric.
So if
name those
you
attractions.
get this wrong, Jimmy wins.
That's right.
On this round.
Damn it.
Eric, name those attractions.
Tron.
Wrong.
7 Dwarfs.
One of those is correct. Jimmy, if you can guess which of those is correct.
7 Dwarves is correct.
That's correct. You get the full points. That's 2 points for Jimmy. It is 7 Dwarves, Mine Train, and Space Mountain.
Aw, he
What?
didn't let me.
By the way, there are pictures of Tron on the article.
By the way, you should have let me guess,
Yeah.
and I would not have guessed Space Mountain. Okay.
Like Disneyland, Magic Kingdom hosts so many iconic attractions that it's hard to choose the best. So I used the same decision tree for both places. I'm going to skip this because they get some hints. For Magic Kingdom, Space Mountain steps up. After all, Magic Kingdom redefined expectations for modern roller coasters by inventing this ride. Objectively, no theme park attraction at Walt Disney World impacted the industry as much in the 20th century as Space Mountain.
I do love
For
a
the
Space
record-
Mountain, but it's...
For the record,
Yes.
Magic Kingdom did not invent the ride.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
It didn't
first.
invent the ride. Imagineers invented the ride, Eric.
Oh,
It was just
I see
introduced
what
at
you're
Magic
saying.
Kingdom
Oh,
first.
okay.
And by the way, the ride is just the Matterhorn.
That's what I was about
Exactly.
to say. It's the Matterhorn inside.
Yes.
Exactly.
In space.
And listener, for your first episode, that's the kind of nonsense that you're going to get normally. That's the deep dive nerdery. It was not Magic Kingdom that invented it. If we're really splitting hairs, it was Disneyland that invented it.
Yes.
It's
in the
called
form
the
of
Matterhorn, which was not a Wild Mouse coaster. Ignore that episode.
It was. Okay, so Jimmy, your turn. What do you want to challenge Eric to?
Eric, Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay. Eric, you're first to bid. How many guesses do you think you can land on the 2?
And by the way, it's Disney Hollywood Studios, probably.
Disney MGM Studios, go ahead.
Hollywood.
Disney MGMs.
I didn't even do my trip report for Universal later. Anyway, Eric.
There we go. 4 guesses.
4 guesses. Jimmy, what do you think?
I forgot that this is part of the game rules we made up 2 minutes ago. I can name it in 3. And by the way, Eric didn't get 4 guesses before he got 1.
I went with 2.
Yeah,
That's true. You did.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
upped it
gonna
to
say
2.
I can do the top 2 Disney Hollywood Studios MGM in 3 guesses.
Okay. So within 3 rides, you can get to the 2.
That's right.
I'm going to let you go for it this time.
Okay.
Okay,
Jimmy, go for it.
Dan, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
When was this article written?
Good question. Let me
That's a
see.
good question.
December 12th, 2022.
2022. I'm going to say, of my 3 guesses, guess number 1,
Mhm.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Okay. Next guess.
Guess number 2, Tower of Terror.
Okay. And your third guess. I'm making up this
Slinky
game as we
Dog
go.
Dash. Slinky Dog Dash. There's nothing
Okay.
Star Wars in this
Okay.
article.
You have 2 that are correct. Can you guess which one is the incorrect one?
What is the name of the website?
It is mickeyblog.com.
Can you use the website in a sentence?
mickeyblog.com also has an article called Rachel Zegler Stands Face to Face with the Evil Queen in
Oh,
New
that is
Snow
so
White
helpful.
image.
That is so helpful. Okay. The correct answer does not include Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
That is incorrect, but you're still going to get the point because why not? I'm making up the rules as I go. It is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Technically, I could have chosen either Star Wars Rise of the Resistance or Toy Story Mania here. In both examples, the Hollywood Studios version opened a few days earlier than a duplicate elsewhere. Still, both rides are multi-park experiences from early on. They shouldn't count. Instead, I chose 2 rides you won't find anywhere else, at least for several months. Mickey and Minnie's My God.
Oh, man.
So stupid.
Talk about evergreen.
I
That's
could
good.
use the ones that opened in other places later, but I'm not. I'm going to use the one that opens in another place later. Stupid.
Yep.
By the way, that's why I took Mickey Minnie's off the list because
I know.
of the duplicate.
Because it makes sense. All right, Eric, your turn. What?
I think I need to challenge him.
Okay,
no,
okay.
challenge.
No, that's
I challenge
good.
him.
No, I like this. Whoever's in the lead is the one that challenges.
Okay,
Jerry.
Eric, the original theme park that was not Disneyland in Anaheim. Disney's California Adventure.
Whoa, what a twist.
By the way, I don't know if this helps or not, but I'm just, for what it's worth, they list Disney's California Adventure first on their article.
Of course they do. Well, it's alphabetical.
There you go. Sure.
So, Eric, you need to pick the top 2 attractions at Disney California Adventure. How many guesses do you need?
Okay, I can tell you. So for just since we're getting into the later rounds, one of them is not easy.
Golden Zephyr.
One of them is not easy, but not impossible
Ooh.
to guess.
That's a fun little twist to this game. Can we guess what it's not?
Oh.
It'll be a very long list.
This is going to be a really long episode, folks. Sorry.
They see the time code. They know.
Yeah, they can see. Let's just go for
4.
4 guesses.
4 guesses.
Eric, name those attractions.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so top 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 4 guesses.
Yes. I'm recognizing now that the scoring system is really messed up. Listener, this isn't a real game.
This is up to you. There are no stakes. Incredicoaster, Midway Mania, Guardians of the Galaxy, Grizzly River Run.
Okay. Eric, you got none of those correct.
Ride.
None of them?
None of them are correct.
Okay, hold on.
Jimmy,
a
I
second.
quit. This
Hold on. He got
show is over.
Guardians, Incredicoaster,
Yes.
Grizzly, and what else did he guess? Eric, you said Incredicoaster, Guardians, Grizzly,
and Midway Mania.
Midway.
Right.
Oh, Lord, if Spider-Man's on this list, then Tag wrote the article. Okay, so the top 2 at California Adventure are... What the hell?
Right,
Okay.
what's left?
I know. Okay, so the top 2 attractions...
Golden
Hold
Zephyr,
on.
Jumpin' Jellyfish, Jumpin' Jellyfish.
Okay.
Ariel's Undersea Adventure.
Not Midway Mania, not Grizzly River, not Incredicoaster, not Guardians.
Is Goofy on there? Because
Nope.
I do love Goofy, but I...
Not Guardians.
I'm gonna give you a hint. If
Okay.
this goes to both of you. So okay, it's now open to both of you. Whoever gets the right one correct answer wins the points. They're the sort of thing that when you hear it, you'll go like, "Yeah, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, I think, neither of you might be thinking about.
Okay. And these are rides.
They are rides.
Okay. First one to chime in. First one to buzz in.
That is incorrect.
No, there's no way.
No.
Okay. I'm just going to say it. Web slingers.
No.
Oh, thank God, by the way.
Yeah. Ultimately, I don't believe that Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, or Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout are on par with some long-standing favorites, is what they say.
Soren, duh.
Oh,
Soren,
of course,
yes,
Soren.
yes.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, Soren.
So, yeah, what would an idiot think is the best thing at that park? Of course, Soren. And the other one, the one that you weren't thinking about, was Radiator Springs Racers.
Of course.
Yeah. While thinking about this topic, I established
I agree
some
with this
criteria.
list, by the way.
The park, you think Soren's one of the two best?
I think so.
I
It's
disagree,
OG.
but I don't like Soren that much.
I mean, I think if you're going there with someone who has never been there, you should definitely make sure that
Okay,
they
here's
get on
here's
it.
why, Dan.
Okay, yeah.
Understanding a little bit of logic of this author, quote, I'm using air quotes. Guardians is a duplicate. It was already done.
Right.
Grizzly River is another water ride. Midway Mania, fine, it's a shooter game. Incredicoaster is a roller coaster. Soren is the first of its kind. That had never been done before.
Yeah.
And sure, Radiator Springs Racers is just test track, but it is the most popular ride
It's
in the
the
park.
better
So
test track. Yeah.
I don't disagree with this list. Let me put it that
But
way.
by the author's own logic, though, they shouldn't have gone with Radiator Springs Racers
agree.
because of Test Track.
Same, they shouldn't have done the other thing. Anyway,
But they didn't open yet.
Yeah.
shouldn't have done
I'm with
Mickey and
Jimmy.
Minnie's for that reason.
I'm with Jimmy. These are better. These
Yeah.
are the better ones.
Okay.
All right. I think
all right,
Incredicoaster should be on there.
So we have
because it
three
should
more
be really good.
Three more parks. I'd like to get through this because
Okay.
I think it's interesting.
Okay.
So far, Eric, just to bring us up to speed, Disney California Adventure, top 2, Radiator Springs Racers, and Soarin'. Magic Kingdom is Space Mountain and Seven Dwarfs. Hollywood Studios is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Tower of Terror. So no consistency whatsoever in this list. So
Great.
Eric, you need to challenge me to a top 2.
Epcot.
Epcot.
All right,
I
Epcot.
can name, first of all, but I'm going to make a prediction right now. Guardians, not on the list.
Okay.
I can name the top 2 in 3 guesses.
All right.
Go for it.
It's not going to be Soarin'. Spaceship Earth
Okay. That's one.
and Test Track
That's 2. You have one more.
and 2022 Ratatouille.
That's 3. You didn't guess a single one.
is
By the way, by their own logic, first of its kind, Spaceship Earth
right?
should be in there.
should be on there.
Right.
So, Eric, can you guess one?
So that's not Test Track, Eric. Not Test Track, not Ratatouille, and not Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth.
Keep in mind, Soren's on this list already at DCA. That doesn't help or hurt. You also, and I predicted no Guardians, but go ahead.
Oh, 2022. I don't think Guardians was even out then. So let's just go basic. Soren Frozen.
Frozen is on the list.
Okay.
Jimmy, can you guess the other one that is on the list? Eric, you still get the points, which I'm not keeping track of, but Jimmy, can you?
I want it to be Living with the Land, but it's not. Wait,
Should be.
Living with the Land.
It is not. Frozen Ever After, Cosmic Rewind.
Oh, it was already out by
Most people would describe
Wow.
Epcot as the haves and the have-nots. The top park attractions seemingly dwarf the others in popularity. Test Track, Frozen, Soarin', Frozen Ever After, and Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind drive the overwhelming majority of park traffic. Well, the World Showcase also does, but you get my point. All these attractions are draws. Despite this fact, I seriously considered Spaceship Earth, which is undeniably the most iconic attraction at Epcot. It's also my favorite.
I nailed it.
Their favorite, but not the best.
Not what
Okay,
we think you want to hear.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
Eric, it is time.
No, Eric won that last one.
Oh, so he has to challenge me?
Yeah, he's challenging you.
Let's go Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
What I was going to say was the original Disney theme park
Animal
opened
Kingdom.
on Earth Day. Okay. I can name the top 2 attractions in 3 guesses.
3 guesses. Eric, what do you think?
Oh, let's see. 2022. Let's just go. Yeah, I'll up it. I'll go 2.
Okay.
Eric, name those attractions.
Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Yep.
Everest.
That is correct on both. Okay, I'm not going to make any friends here, but please hear me out. Nobody argues against Avatar Flight of Passage. Nobody argues against Avatar Flight of Passage as a massive draw. It's remained the most popular attraction at the park since its opening. In fact, the difference isn't even close. It's like comparing Mickey Mouse to any other cartoon character. Everyone knows what's better. Still, when I think of Animal Kingdom, 2 attractions spring to mind first, and neither of them involves the movie Avatar. Yeah.
There we go. I based on the way things were going, I'm like, leave out Pandora.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For the same reason, I'm just going to cut right to it and say Splash Mountain at Disneyland.
Okay.
Splash Mountain and Matterhorn.
How about this? You each pick 3 for Disneyland. Whoever has the most correct wins. So, Jimmy, you already said Splash Mountain, Matterhorn, and you can have overlaps.
Okay, Splash Mountain,
What's your
Matterhorn,
third?
Indy. Splash Mountain, Matterhorn, Indy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is tough. Indy, Big Thunder, Small World.
Okay. You both got Indiana Jones correct.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how to do this next part.
Were we right? Any of us right on the other one?
No.
Okay.
Then how about we just do another 2? And I say,
Wait, hold on. Let's get back to Indy, Matterhorn, Splash Mountain,
Oh, yeah,
Small
it's just
World,
2.
and what was the last one you guessed, Eric?
Small World.
And what else? Big Thunder?
Indy,
Thunder,
Big
yeah.
Thunder, Small World. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so it's not Splash Mountain, it's not Matterhorn, it's not Small World, it's not Big Thunder.
Then I would go, oh man, it's got to be.
It's Haunted Mansion.
It's either a mansion or Pirates.
It's Haunted Mansion.
Then you say mansion, I'll say Pirates.
Okay.
It is, in fact, Pirates of the Caribbean. For the reasons I just mentioned, Disneyland proved the most challenging to evaluate. More than 10 attractions merited at least some consideration. Yeah, that's why this article is stupid, by the way. Some of the hardest cuts included Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Jungle Cruise, Matterhorn Bobsleds, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and Peter Pan's Flight. I could make an argument for any of them since they all possess international name recognition. So you just ditch the idea of, okay, I'm going to name the 2 that are just, this is a dumb idea for an article, and you just write about the things that you like. Yeah, that's that. That's
All right, there you go. So, listener, just so you know, Disneyland, Indiana Jones and Pirates, DCA, Soarin' and Radiator Springs, Magic Kingdom, Seven Dwarfs and Space Mountain, Epcot, Frozen and Cosmic Rewind, Hollywood Studios, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Tower of Terror, and Animal Kingdom, Safari and Everest.
according
Well
to that
done, Eric.
author.
According to that author. Thank you.
No, according to everybody, it's in print now.
It is
Eric, sorry
now
about the coughing.
in canon in the Supreme Resort archives.
I
And
will try
now
to edit out Dan's coughing.
it is time to spin that wheel.
Let's spin that wheel.
What's up next, everybody? What is Jimmy eating? Ooh, peanuts, yeah, with butter and toffee.
Perfectingthemagic.com. Let's see if it is a virus.
Never heard of that one? Okay.
Even better. This is Disneyland must-dos in 2022. Let me just scan it. It is not just attractions. In fact, it is, from what I can tell, not. There are no attractions listed. It is things Disneyland must-dos, and
Does it include DCA?
Yes.
Downtown Disney.
It doesn't not. No,
So
there's nothing
it's-
that's specifically to that.
Disneyland Resort. So the 2 theme parks.
The 2 theme parks. I'm going to give you one that you wouldn't guess.
Okay, but real quick, when you say no attractions, you mean no rides?
No rides. So here's the one that there's no way that you can guess, and it'll give you a feel for the article itself.
How many are on the list?
Hold on. So not counting the one that I'm going to give as a free space. Now that one I'm going to keep in, even though it's also hard to guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, these are the top 5.
Yes.
Are they in a particular order?
They seem to be in order of substance.
Okay, so these are the 5 must-do things in 2022 at the Disneyland Resort, not including Downtown Disney.
Okay. Now here's
what month was this put out?
Sorry. I love how attentive you are to the details about this. January 2022.
Oh, January. Okay.
Okay. So here's
Are they affiliated with any? Can you buy anything from their website?
That is a really good question. Hold on. It doesn't look like it. They do want you to join their newsletter. Let me share some other articles that are on the side here. First time at Disneyland, tips you need to know. Oh my, okay, we are going to that one next. Maximizing your Oogie Boogie Bash, a Disney Halloween party in 2023. Celebrate May the 4th with these epic Star Wars merchandise deals. The 6th item that I'm leaving off, and I can tell you the 5th one is kind of similar in spirit, but that's in no way giving it away. Come for the magic, stay for the vibes. Here at Perfecting the Magic, we're all about sharing Disney realness, style, and good vibes. And no matter how you found us online, we're happy you're here. There's so much magic in store for Disney fans in 2022, including the return of the Disneyland Forever fireworks and other amazing offerings. So part of one of the things that you must do at Disneyland is subscribe to their newsletter.
Is that really one of the things you must do?
Yes, that is one of the must do.
Okay, so of the 5 things.
No, that's the 6th that I left out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But the 5th is similar in spirit, but relates directly to the parks.
Use a travel planner.
So let's just go. Whoever you think, Jimmy, just arbitrarily picking you. If you can guess one of these, this is going to be one of those where you each try to guess, and if you get one wrong, I'll burn from the bottom.
Okay. So there's 5.
Yes.
And the clue you gave us was subscribe to their newsletter?
Yes, but that's just more about, that relates more to, these are all insane. You can't just this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2022, the must-do thing you should do that is not a ride.
By the way, the date probably won't help.
Okay. I'm going to say make a theme park reservation.
Okay. You're not, I'm going to say no, but you're close to one of them. Eric, what do you think?
Buy tickets.
Okay, be more specific.
Park hopper.
I'm going to cut you off on this one. Eric, can you steal this point?
Disneyland Resort.
Is what your guess?
No. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, just Disneyland. Yeah. And Jimmy is in kind of, he's not entirely off. He's just not quite getting it.
Wait until Magic Keys open up.
That's close enough. Here we go. Special perks for pass holders. Have a Disneyland Magic Key? Here's a 2022 Disneyland must do just for you. This February is Magic Key Holder Celebration Month, an entire month dedicated to celebrating Disneyland's Magic Key holders. Disney hasn't revealed exactly what we can expect for the month-long celebration, but we're eager to find out all the perks that come with it. Okay, the remaining 4 will be easier, but still insane.
Okay, so one of the must-dos, first get a magic key.
Right. Have a magic key.
Have a magic key
Have a
first.
magic key. Yes.
And then get the discounts.
Yes.
Is one of the 5 things you must do.
It's number 5.
Okay. How about? So you said,
and I can tell you just as a help, you can kind of feel them giving up as they go down the list.
Oh, so then I shouldn't go with my next thought, which is show up on one of the days when they make fresh candy canes. Which is my guess.
It's a good, based on this article, it is a good guess, but it is not on there.
All right, Jimmy.
Okay. See a stage show.
Probably a better guess than at least one of these.
Did I miss something?
Yeah,
you
I
hear
think
me?
Dan skipped a slight bit there.
Oh,
Okay.
What I was saying is that it's that guess, the candy cane guess, is probably better than at least one of these that actually exist.
So my guess, Dan, is see a stage show. Deliberately generic.
See a stage show. No, but that's not close enough. But it's vague. It's the correct amount of vague.
Okay. Eric?
Magic happens. It's a parade. See it.
I'm going to burn from the bottom. Get decked out for Dapper Day events. If you've
Dapper
never
Day?
participated in Dapper Day before, this is the year to do it. Dapper Day is when Disney fans step out of the parks in style. It's the best opportunity to showcase a fabulous fit at the happiest place on earth. This year, you can don your Disneyland best during 2 chic dates, April 24th and November 6th.
Cool.
Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Some variation.
That is on the list. Eric, what number out of 1, 2, 3 is that?
Oh, I have to pick which number it is?
Yes.
I'd go 3.
That's correct. You both get points. Celebrate May the 4th in Galaxy's Edge. Whether it's Star Wars Day, Life Day, or another epic intergalactic celebration, spending a Star Wars holiday in Galaxy's Edge is one of our Disneyland must-dos for casual fans and super fans alike.
All right.
Okay.
Seeing the way this article is going.
Yep.
Gay days.
It is not on there.
Oh,
Jimmy,
okay.
do you have another guess?
Straight days.
As much as me, as my newly freed character appreciates that, or sorry, newly freed myself appreciates that is a thing, that is incorrect.
Okay. Okay. So let me see.
Let's see. So you get you guess.
Yeah,
straight days. You burned
Mostly
your
a
guess.
joke.
Okay,
I
that
know.
wasn't a
Go
real
for
guess. Okay. So Jimmy, after your guess, if you don't get it correct, I will give you both another hint.
Okay. Must do 2022. The holidays. The holidays at Disneyland Resort.
Incorrect. So the hint is
Oogie Boogie.
the remaining 2. One is specific, but not like hyper specific like the others have been. And the other is almost as vague as you can get.
I'm just going to say Oogie Boogie then.
Oogie Boogie is incorrect.
Considering Jimmy already said the holidays, I'm really strapped for generic.
Which should
Right?
exist. That should be the one, right?
Right. Yeah, go there during several months. Specific. Go see Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Incorrect. Burning from the bottom. The second one, which is the super vague one, attend a special event.
I mean, I said 2 special events.
I know.
But it was, oh my goodness, I should have guessed that was the generic one. Like, we have 4 things we do throughout the year with extra tickets. Do one.
Yep. Okay, so the last one is, first of all, it's not super specific, but it's not vague, and I don't think they're wrong.
The Grand Californian Hotel.
That is, so in terms of specificity, it's not that kind of specific. It's more like it's not location, not entirely location based.
So are you saying it's still too generic? But look at the
Eric,
decoration.
I'm gonna see if I can help you. Okay, so this is the Perfecting the Magic article. Must do 2022 at the Disneyland Resort. Okay, no rides. Get a magic key.
In fact, don't go on any rides.
That's number 1. Don't go on any rides.
Don't go on any rides. Don't see any shows.
Magic key discounts, Dapper Days, Star Wars Day, special events, which, by the way, are Dapper Day and Star Wars Day.
Exactly.
Right?
So, keeping with Dan, are we keeping with a theme?
In terms of vagueness, no, but yes, we are keeping with the theme.
Okay, so Magic Band, Magic Key, Dapper Day, Star Wars Day, special event. Eric, what is number 1? The number 1 thing to do in 2022 if you are perfecting the magic?
Oh, this is
Disneyland
tough.
Resort.
Eat a special treat.
That is
a good guess. That's a good guess.
It is more specific than that.
Eat a Monte Cristo sandwich.
It's not that specific.
Ride Splash Mountain before it goes away.
Cry on Splash Mountain before it goes away.
I don't think you're going to get here, but mainly because everything else has been so dumb, but this one I don't think is.
Dan agrees with it.
Lunar New Year.
Oh.
Book a trip if you've never visited Disney California Adventure during the Lunar New Year celebration. It's 100% worth it. Let's see if they get stupid. Lunar New Year is celebrated by numerous Asian cultures worldwide in Disneyland Resort, situated in culturally diverse Southern California. They didn't need to say that. Honors the Lunar New Year magically. This year, for the first time ever, Disney's first Southeast Asian princess, Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon, will be joining the festivities. So I don't disagree with that.
Okay, there you go. Well, let's do at least one more.
Okay.
Do we want to hold on? Let me see. This one's going to be too vague. We
have to spin the wheel, though.
We're going to spin the wheel. I was just going to see if the other one would be good.
Oh, that other article?
Yeah.
I don't know if I loved that one.
No, that one was garbage. But that's part of the fun. Hold on. Apparently, you're not allowed to.
The wheel spun. I don't know what you're
confused.
I'm having. Hold on. Let me get my reading glasses.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we have the 30. This is from Sarah Scoop. I don't know what she's scooping, but we can meet her.
Is
hi,
that with
I'm
an
Sarah.
H?
Sarah with an H.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah, the creator
is
of
that
Sarah.
scoop like as an ice cream, or
Yes.
is that scoop as in story?
I believe scoop as that's a good question.
They're spelled the same, but
that's what I'm saying.
Here's okay. So she does have a shop. Let's open up the shop. Let's get the full. It's the Sarah shop. Make sure to join the Sarah Scoop Saves Facebook group. A shop using Like to Know It app. Basically, it's a bunch of crap that she has found at like Walmart and Target, where you can just like click her link and she gets like a percentage of the sales. Recipes.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Sarah apostrophe S scoop or Sarah scoop?
Sarah Scoop, as if it's her last
So it's
name.
not her scoop. It's not possessive.
No, it's her name is apparently Sarah Scoop. Let's see.
it's a last
She
name.
has. Oh, you can purchase recipes.
Okay.
Fall charcuterie board. How to create the perfect board. By
Mhm.
her salsa chicken crock pot recipe.
Is the charcuterie board shaped like Mickey?
No. I feel like the no, that's a good question because I feel like the Disney
That would give
angle
me
is
insight.
just another like side hustle for her.
Okay, that
What
helps
to eat
give
with
some insight.
spaghetti? 25 best side dishes. 25 unique birthday party charcuterie board ideas. Spoilers: lots of cheese and some salami. 25 wedding charcuterie board ideas. She really likes
She
charcuterie
really likes
boards.
charcuterie. All right.
50 best movie night snack ideas to make at home.
50.
Easy Cinco de Mayo desserts to make for a party. It's just
Do you have any
flavored
idea how
churros.
long it takes to come up with 50 of anything?
Oh my God. Hi, I'm Sarah, the creator of Sarah Scoop. I'm passionate about sharing the latest scoop on lifestyle
And
and
charcuterie.
entertainment. Whether it's fashion, beauty, recipes, or travel adventures, I'm here to bring you fresh and inspiring content and give you the scoop. This is 30 best Disney World
30.
rides for adults.
So not a completely
hold on.
Disney-focused person.
No.
That helps gives
Okay.
insight though, Eric.
Yeah, it
So
does.
30 best Walt Disney World rides for adults.
For adults, yes.
For adults. Okay.
I'm just doing some scanning.
What is the
here.
best way for you? Is it numbered?
It is numbered. Let me see. I'm going to get us down. Should we do just 15? I'll give you the last 15.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. This is for adults. So make of that what you will. Let's see. Number 30 is Frozen Ever After. Number 29, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor for adults. Number 28, Astro Orbiter. Number 27, Aerophile Balloon Flight.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
At
Number
Disney
26.
Springs.
Wait, Disney Springs?
Yeah,
Okay.
Is that where it is?
yeah.
I guess
That's
it is, yeah.
the giant balloon.
Yeah. Number 26 for adults, Test Track. Number 25, Soaring Around the World for adults. Number 24, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's number 24, by the way, for adults. Number 24 out of 30. Number 23 for adults, Kali River Rapids. Number 22, International Food and Wine Festival. That's number 22 out of 30.
That's the thing I've been holding on to in my
for
brain.
adults. Yes. Number 21, Spaceship Earth. Number 20, Enchanted Tiki Room. Number 19, for adults, mind you, out of 30, Avatar Flight of Passage.
Wow.
Number 18, Navi River Journey. 17 out of 30 for adults, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. And she, by the way, on this has a picture of the Sunset Showcase. Number 16 for adults out of 30, Expedition Everest. Here we go.
I have written all this down, Eric. So if you have,
My goodness. A bunch of random attractions and a festival.
okay, so the number 30 thing to do for adults is Frozen Ever After.
Yes, which makes sense.
Yes. Number
Sure.
16 is Expedition Everest for adults. Number
Doesn't make any
16th thing. The 22nd thing to do is
For
Food
adults.
and Wine Festival.
Florida
for
list
adults.
for adults.
Okay.
Which should be
Tiki Room is number 20.
one.
Yeah.
And this is across all of the theme
All
parks
of
in
Disney
America,
World.
right?
No,
All
just
Disney
Disney
Or
World.
just Disney
Disney
World.
World.
Okay,
Yeah.
that helps.
I wonder
Okay.
if she has an MLM. Hold on.
Ooh.
Lifestyle, health. I should contact her about my supplements. How to brush your teeth without a toothbrush. How to neutralize red tones in your hair. What is masseter Botox? Botox fill up. When do Shih Tzu puppies stop growing?
Nomad
All right,
Lounge.
And Dan, I have, okay.
Yes.
Hold on, I have questions.
Yeah.
Do you feel like these are in number of importance or do you think they're random?
Oh, okay. To her, I think.
Yes. Based on number one.
Based on number one, I think there is a logic to it.
Oh,
But
okay.
I also think that she's not. I don't think she's been to Disney World.
Okay, that's fair. That helps. And then a follow-up question. Well, not a question. This is for Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, there's no specific. We're not limited to anything at Disney World. First of all, we're not limited to just rides because we have the balloon, we have Food and Wine Festival.
Right.
Just to save you both from a wild goose chase, they are all attractions at this point.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
From now on, they're all attractions.
I withdraw Nomad Lounge.
Okay. I am going to guess space.
Wait, Eric, do you want to make a new guess based on Nomad?
I'll let,
Since you were the first
Jimmy
to
go with it.
Okay.
All right,
And what
Space
else I handle?
Mountain, because Spaceship Earth was number 21.
Okay. Space Mountain is on the list, and so you get a point for that. Can you guess what number for a second point?
It is in the top 5.
I need more specificity for
Number
that point.
3, Space Mountain.
That is incorrect. Eric, to steal that 1 point, can you guess what number? By the way, I'm not keeping track of the points, so it doesn't matter.
I am.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So we're talking Space Mountain. Where is it on the list? 6.
You are both incorrect. It is number
Who's
1.
closest without going over?
It is number 1?
Well, there is no without going over because it's number 1.
I should have guessed number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Space Mountain is number 1. Okay,
Yep.
we're dealing with
Yep.
an interesting person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Food and Wine Festival is number 22.
For a
adults.
list for adults. Yes. Jimmy, make your guess. What is also on the list?
I think it's Eric's turn to guess. I guess Space Mountain.
Oh, that's okay. Eric.
Test track.
That was on the first part of the list for adults, but it was like 20 something
Oh, okay.
for adults.
Yeah, to be exact, it was 25.
Sorry, I missed that.
Number
one.
25 out of 30 for adults.
Or 26. Anyway. All right. So, Eric, give him another chance. I'm going to read you what's on the list.
No,
Frozen?
We've got. Yeah,
All right,
I'll just keep guessing random things.
That's fine. That's kind of the way to play.
Yeah, there was a lot of things where we've been talking about a lot of things, and how about we just go? Let me go back to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Kilimanjaro Safari is on the list. You get that point. Jimmy, can you guess what number for? Oh, sorry, Eric. Can you guess what number for that second point?
17. Wait, were we doing the top 15?
Yeah, top 15.
17. I'm standing by. 10.
That is incorrect. Jimmy, do you want to steal that point by guessing?
Based on your scroll time,
Oh no.
I'm going to say it's above number 10.
Okay.
And it was number 9.
Very close. It's number 8.
Oh.
Let's see what she says about this. Oh, I forgot to read what she said about Space Mountain. I'm sure it's going to be insane. Here we go. At Kilimanjaro Safaris, you get to experience Africa. Let me get further into it. At Kilimanjaro Safaris, you get to experience Africa at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. This is your chance to see 34 species living on 110 acres of plains through this guided safari tour. One of the best things about this tour is you never know what's going to happen. You will want to go during the day and again at night for a truly unique experience, and each and every time. This attraction gives you the essence of being on a real African safari. So for Space Mountain, she says, ever wanted to experience zipping through space? Well, we've got the perfect ride for you. Space Mountain is an outer space themed roller coaster that is located indoors where you can experience where you can experience what it's being pulled by gravity into a wormhole.
What?
I mean, if I rode this ride, so she hasn't been on this ride. If I rode this ride, I'd probably be screaming like a little kid too, but that can be our little secret.
When was the article written?
February 1st, 2022. A lot of 2022 represented.
Evidently.
Okay, whose turn is it?
When
to
did we
guess?
start doing the wheel of clickbaity garbage?
I believe
I'm going to guess
2022.
2022.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Next
whose turn to
on
guess?
the list. He guessed Safari. I guess
Okay.
Space Mountain.
Jimmy, your guess.
Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Let me see. It is not.
Because the last one it was on 2022, but maybe it's
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't open
the
in
year
February.
it came out, I think. So
Maybe it wasn't in February though.
yeah.
It is not on the list of this ride for adults. Let's see. When did Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind open? Because
We're lovers, not experts, except we're generally portrayed as experts.
May 27th, 2022.
May.
So she's
okay.
off the hook. Okay. So
You're lucky,
Jimmy,
Sarah
let's
Scoop.
go ahead and say you can guess again based on that.
Okay.
Not being
Sounds
possible.
good. All right. So for adults,
Mm-hmm.
number one is
Mhm.
Space Mountain. I'm going to say, Tiki Room's number 20. Hall of Presidents.
Oh man.
Where it's on this list is going to give us a lot of insight.
That is an excellent guess, but it is not on the list.
Oh.
Eric, can you guess something that is on this list?
Oh man. Okay. Well, let's go next door. Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion is on the list. What number
course
do you
it's on
think
the
it
list.
is?
Let's stick with number 10.
That is incorrect. Jimmy, can you guess what number it is?
Number 2.
That is correct.
Oh,
So that's a point for each of you. Now, this is a great time for those who loved to get spooked. At the Haunted Mansion, a spirit's voice guides
you may not
you
love it
through
anymore.
a haunted estate home to ghouls, ghosts, and the supernatural. But don't worry, there is no gore and the ride is slow, so it's still okay for young children to enjoy. The ride is also located in Tokyo Disneyland and Hong Kong Disneyland. Even though the designs are slightly different, you'll still have just as fun of a time.
All right. I guessed you guessed Haunted Mansion. I'm going to say number 3,
Oh, you're being bold.
Splash Mountain before it closes.
It is not number 3. Eric.
5.
Well, since Jimmy introduced the guessing what number 3 is, what do you think number 3
Oh,
is?
what number 3
Ooh.
is? Pirates.
That is incorrect. Jimmy, since you made this bold move, I'm going to give you one more chance to guess number 3.
I already did, and I was wrong.
I have another guess, but go for it.
I can't think of anything, Eric. Go ahead. What is the thing? I
Big
succeed
Thunder.
my time.
That is correct.
Nice.
Ready for the wildest ride in the wilderness? Big Thunder Mountain Railroad Mine Train roller coaster has no conductor, so you get to experience 3.5 minutes of craziness. Ride through mountains, caverns, avalanches, and floods in the Old West. Trust me, you'll want to hold on time for this ride. Trust me, you'll want to hold. Yep.
Tight.
Trust me, you'll want to hold on time for this ride. Be careful leaving the ride because it will definitely have you shaken in your boots by the end of it.
Shaken
Okay.
spelled with an E instead of
No,
an ing.
it's IN.
Oh, it is shaking. Okay.
So I think Eric was right. Splash Mountain's number 5.
Splash Mountain is not number 5.
Can we land on where Splash Mountain is before we move on? To another guess?
Who can guess where Splash Mountain is?
Then I guess 4.
4 is correct.
I was gonna say 4. Dang it!
This was one of my favorite Disney rides as a kid, and it still takes the cake as an adult. Drift along the bayou on Splash Mountain, drift along the bayou on Splash Mountain, but be prepared for the 5-story drop at the end. Also be prepared to get splashed on this great ride. Make sure you go to the kiosk to get the picture from the drop. That way you can keep this fun memory forever. What a weird combination of words.
All right.
Oh,
so
where are we?
Rise of the Resistance is number 5.
Rise of the Resistance is not number 5. Eric, can you guess where Rise of the Resistance is?
I don't even know.
I forgot. Honestly, I forgot that this is what happens when we play these games. Is we all just get to this place. We're like, I don't even know what's real anymore.
Yeah.
Someone tell me what the answer is. I hope the listeners like us unraveling dramatically.
I forgot that this is why this is fun, is we get to this place.
You get to 30 things. I've got it written down.
I know.
All of
Yeah,
it.
Jimmy's been taking notes, and I'm just trying to remember what.
I've been trying to help.
Have I said test track 3 times or 4 times yet?
Test track's number 26.
Okay, mind you,
Rise is.
I just want to point out, we're talking about Rise of the Resistance in 2022, and we have already not talked about it in the top 4.
Yeah. Because number 5 is Tower of Terror. But go ahead.
I was going to say 7.
Do we want to? Let's see. Let's see if you accidentally got there. Nope. Okay. Where is Rise of the Resistance in 2022 on this list
When it's
of
brand
things
new.
to do for adults?
And Space Mountain is number 1.
Exactly.
Frozen Ever After for adults, number 30.
Yes. Which is the only thing that makes sense.
Jimmy, it's on you. I already guessed
15.
7.
Number 15.
It is not number 15.
15.
It is number 10. Star Wars
Okay.
Rise of the
I
Resistance.
should have gone with 10. That was my first instinct.
Are you ready to take on the Stormtroopers? Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is a massive attraction located in Galaxy's Edge where you get to help the Resistance fighters on a mission. I need to say that again because I love that sentence so much. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is a massive attraction located in Galaxy's Edge where you get to help the Resistance fighters on a mission. Will you defeat the troopers? Guess you'll have to see for yourself on your next Disney trip.
Will you defeat them by riding through the ride?
On a mission.
On a mission. Okay, by that logic.
That's like the person. There's this. I know. I don't know if I've told this story on any of the podcasts before, but there was this time where everybody was talking about like complicated things and like ideas, and this one person who was just an idiot, just like kind of looks around after the conversation has lulled, and they say, "I read Dune." As if to just be like, huh?
What a counterpoint.
I'm smart too.
I think that she Googled the descriptions.
I think
Oh
there's
my
a good
goodness.
chance that
All right, so Eric, a couple of things. So first of all, I guess Tower of Terror. We don't know where yet. We haven't guessed Millennium Falcon. We haven't guessed Runaway Railway. I'm going to say, by logic of Rise of the Resistance being number 10, I'm going to say that Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is number 11.
Let's rise up together against Dan and his list.
Yeah, I think you figured out the logic there. It is number 11.
Right? Number 11.
It's just sort of just going around the map. Fly the
goodness.
Millennium Falcon through an interactive smuggling mission at the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run attraction. Choose your role as a pilot, engineer, or gunner on one of Disney's best thrill rides. It's number 11. This ride is safe for kids, tweens, teens, and adults, so bring the whole family.
Okay. Eric, I'm going to give you, it's your turn to guess. I'm just going to give you some insight. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
In order of importance, I guess. Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder, Splash Mountain is top 4.
Sorry, I need to just correct myself from something before. One of them is, in fact, not a ride, but contains rides.
Is it a land?
It is a land.
Okay.
I'm just going to give this one to you because it's
All right, go
too
ahead.
good. It's too good. So number 10 was Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. That's number 10, of course.
Yes.
Number 11 is Millennium Falcon. So
number 12 is Star Wars Land.
Hold on. It gets better because if we're going in order of importance, 11 is less important than 10, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think
work? Yeah.
Based on what the previous logic is, what do you think number 9, presumably more important than number 10? Star Wars
Tours.
Galaxy's Edge.
Of course.
The entire land. Oh.
I feel like you live in a small world that escaped to a galaxy far, far away with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The best Disney park for Star Wars lovers. Okay. This theme park includes Star Wars Rise of the Resistance and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which includes this theme park. I need to talk about this, like the punctuation here. This theme park includes Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which no comma, no anything, which includes Star Tours. So Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run includes Star Tours. You can find this
I've been shaking my head vehemently for seconds.
Here we go. You can find this park
vehemently. That's a damning thing to say.
You can find this park.
Can I shake my head more? How vehement do I have to do it?
Just wait. Hold on to your head shaking because it's gonna get worse. You can find this park located at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay, so it's a theme park
Disney
and a theme
World
park,
Resort
including
in Orlando. Yes,
including Star Tours, which is not in the theme park.
This person loves nesting dolls so much.
Wow,
you can. It's a theme park and a theme park, and there are also rides inside of rides.
That's a lot.
Okay. And Star Tours is in that theme park and the theme park outside of that.
Yes.
Theme park.
And let me see. I just want to just check something. I'm not going to say what I find because I'm guessing you can guess what I'm looking for. Star Tours is not its own listing, which makes me think she does actually think that there's a ride inside of a ride.
Okay.
All right. Eric, it's your turn.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to read again. Top 4.
Yeah.
Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder, Splash Mountain.
I'm so confused at this point.
So is the author.
Let's see. Let's move past Epcot. Things for adults.
That's right.
Let's go with something. Let's go with Slinky Dog Dash.
For adults, that is correct. It is on the list. Can you guess what number it lands on?
Because it's for kids, let's go 14.
That is incorrect.
I say it's number 12.
That is incorrect as well. It's number 7 on this list for adults, Slinky Dog Dash. Who didn't love the Slinky Dog from Toy Story? We all did.
Of course.
Hold on. Who didn't love the Slinky Dog from Toy Story? We all did. So we all didn't love. Anyway, the Slinky Dog Dash is located within Toy Story Land, which is located inside of Star Wars Land, which is located inside of my butthole. On this roller coaster, you get to ride Slinky Dog and watch as his coils spring back and forth as you bend around, turn, and zoom up and down hills. This classic ride is perfect for the whole family. It's a classic ride.
It's got one turn. It's got multiple hills. It's the best. There's Slinkies.
And we all know how much adults love their Slinkies.
All right. I'm going to go number 6, Tower of Terror.
Number 6 is not Tower of Terror. Eric, can you guess where Tower of Terror is on this list of things to do for adults?
And Eric, there's only 6 slots left. They are number 5, number 6, number 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Yep.
So is it towards the top of the list?
5.
Or towards the middle?
It is not number 5.
Oh.
So it's in the bottom half of the top half.
Why wouldn't it be for this on this list of things to do for adults?
It's a terrifying place to be for an adult.
Jimmy, I do think if you apply the weird logic the correct but also weird logic that you applied to the Star Wars triptych, you might be able to get there with this one.
Okay.
Just In fact, when I tell you, you will both roll your eyes so much that we will be able to hear it.
Number 12. No, wait. Sorry, 13, of course.
It is number 13.
There you go.
Yeah. Ready for some serious mystery? Twilight Zone Tower of Terror Drop Tower that's the name of it, according to her. Yep. Ready for some serious mystery? Twilight Zone Tower of Terror Drop Tower is a fun, accelerating dark ride at Hollywood Studios. Relive the story of a scary Halloween night in 1939 when visiting this attraction. The story goes that some patrons were riding an elevator when the lightning struck and was mysteriously never seen again. Take that same elevator ride, but hold on tight and try not to scream. The ride propels you up and down the elevator shaft, leaving you guessing if you'll make it out or never be seen again, like the lost patrons.
That's surprisingly a large amount of detail on the ride.
That is.
Yes.
She Googled. She
might have
copy-pasted
actually
all
written
of these.
that one.
Okay, so
What's the Wikipedia page on Tower of Terror?
before we end this game, Mickey's Runaway Railway is on this list.
Just keep going around the park.
And I'm going to say Mickey's Runaway Railway is in the top 6.
Let me see. I don't remember seeing it, but I could be wrong. Hold on. It appears to not be on
All
this
right,
list.
burn from the bottom. What's number 15?
Burn from the bottom. Number 15 on this list of rides for things to do for adults is Peter Pan's Flight. Located in Fantasyland is Peter Pan's Flight. This is a Disney's.
Wouldn't want to do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for adults.
No, don't even go on that. This is a Disney's dark ride that takes you on a journey over London before descending into Neverland. Okay. Follow Peter Pan as he passes glowing volcanoes and glimmering waterfalls, but watch out for Captain Hook lurking around. Will you escape him and make it back to London, or will you meet your demise? The only way to find out is by checking out this Disney classic.
Yeah, the sheer terror of Peter Pan's Flight.
Will you meet your demise?
That's what everybody knows. Listen back to our episode on that one.
All right, so there are 4 left,
Yep.
Dan. Eric, here's what I'd like to propose.
Okay.
Eric and I will each guess one attraction.
Okay.
Whichever one of us has either, if only one of us guesses what's left, wins. If we both guess something that's left, whoever has the highest rank wins.
Okay.
As a reminder, Eric, number 5, number 6, number 12, and number 14 are remaining. Feel free to ask me before you guess if something has already been guessed. And my
How about this? Why don't we do this? You each guess 4, and whoever gets the most correct.
I don't have that energy.
Okay,
That's a lot.
Never mind. Okay,
I'm saying one guess. You have one guess.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. My guess is not going to be on the list, but I'm going to wishful thinking. Living with the Land.
Okay, Eric, what's your guess?
I'm going to go with Everest.
Wait, nope. You should ask me.
Oh, I should have asked you.
Everest is number 16
on this list.
That was 16. Oh my goodness.
of the top 30 things to do for adults.
Number 15 is Peter Pan's Flight, by the way.
Peter Pan's number 15. Food Wine Festival number 22.
Number 22.
Has anything come up about not Midway Mania, but Toy Story Mania?
Toy Story has not been. It is. Wait, hold on. Looking. No. Toy Story is not.
I'm going to stick around the Hollywood studios. I'm going to go Toy Story Mania.
Okay. Living with the Land is not on the list.
Of
Toy
course.
Story Mania is on the list.
All right. So Eric wins by default.
Okay.
But what
Take
is
a
the
step
number?
inside Andy's room at Toy Story Mania. This 4D theme park attraction starts you off walking through a toy chest of games. Once you make it through using your spring action shooter to shoot at moving targets. If you are competitive, this is the attraction for you. Take your best shot against other players for the high score. And yes, it's okay if you win against a little kid. Number 6.
That was number 6?
That was number 5. I'm just going to go through the ones that we're missing. Number 6 is Buzz on this list, by the way, of things to do for adults. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Help Buzz defeat his arch nemesis at Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. In this attraction, Zurg is stealing batteries from the toys, so it's your job to help Buzz blast all the targets to stop him. This is a great place for those who love Toy Story. Also, a fun attraction for all ages. Number 9 we got, number 10 we got, number 11. Number 12 is the Jungle Cruise. The Jungle Cruise is a guided riverboat tour through some of the world's most treacherous waters in different countries. This is a fun way to experience the essence of the jungle, but be careful of the animals lurking. On this ride, you'll see hippos, lions, and zebras on your ride down the river. Hopefully, you won't have to wait, but if you do, this tour is totally worth the long lines.
You will definitely have to wait at Walt Disney World.
Number 14, the only one we're missing.
Yep.
Do we want to do one last guess or just get this over with?
Just get it over with.
Okay. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Number 14 on this ride thing for adults. We want to peek into the life of Seven Dwarfs Snow White? Then you must check out the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train roller coaster located at Magic Kingdom Park. Climb into a rustic mine train and take a wobbly ride through an old mountain. At the peak of this ride, you get an amazing view of Fantasyland before you zoom back down to the base of the mountain.
Okay, Dan, I figured it out.
Yep.
I wish we would have known this going in.
Yep.
Sarah Scoop is 13 years old.
Wait, really?
I'm just assuming based on the list.
Well, I mean, she's the most charcuterie loving 13-year-old I've ever met.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
I have a kid. I have an 11-year-old who makes charcuteries all the time. That's all I'm saying. Well, listener, that's it. That's what the Supreme Resort presents the Clickbaity Wheel of Garbage. That's what it's all about.
Hooray.
We hope that it offered
you
you
didn't pull out one of your teeth like I did during this episode.
We hope that it offered some reprieve for the three of us. I know it did me.
I feel pretty good. Except for the tooth.
Yeah.
You need to put that back.
And so that's a little bit of fun, a little bit of clickbaity garbage. Hopefully we don't need to pull that wheel out anytime soon. But if we do, odds are something terrible went wrong in our lives.
I really like that policy, actually.
Yeah. If you hear this again, you can say, those poor guys. Let's listen.
You know what?
One or all of them.
Yeah,
that's right.
Let's do that. Let's have this be just the thing we do. When we don't need to say it ever again. It'll just be understood between us and the audience. When we're doing the wheel, stuff isn't good.
That's right. It's sort of our supercalifragilistic. It's the thing you say when you don't know what to say.
We love you all.
Yes, thank you. So also we Concierge is a vacation planner, 856 Hour Ears. It is a absolutely free travel planning service. Goes above and beyond your typical travel planners in that they'll book everything for you, but they'll also do all of your touring planning and all the details and book your reservations and dining and all that sort of thing. So it's an all-inclusive concierge for your vacation.
And if you're going on a romantic vacation with, just two adults, they can probably book a princess dining breakfast for you.
Probably. That was number 31 on the list.
Right.
Is it the runner-up honorable mention?
They can hook you up with the Bippity Boppity Boutique.
That's
when
right.
you and your adult friends go together.
Very true.
Choose which princess will come by and rub your shoulders for a little bit.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Face painting. They can tell you where all the face painting is.
That's right. So anyway, so Concierge 856 Hour Ears. And we have other shows. The Supreme Resort, of course, is what you're listening to now. Scraping the Vault is a podcast about straight-to-video Disney sequels, about to end the run of straight-to-video Disney sequels with the Tinkerverse. We just did a fun one.
It sure was.
We already recorded.
It sure was.
Eric,
we already recorded.
What do they have to look forward to with Mr. T's Be Somebody or Be Somebody?
That's right, Mr. T's Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool.
Oh,
we released that one already.
Yeah, it's out.
Did.
Martika, you have that to look forward to. Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Be Somebody. Anyway, and then there's Ears Up, which is a podcast that used to be about Disneyland. There is the Bantha Milk Star Wars podcast.
Sometimes I'm on all of these.
Eric's on all of them. That goes without saying. And then the Puny Pod, a Marvel MCU rewatch podcast.
Oh, we're gearing up toward the Eternals. I signed on for the Eternals.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Dan, we'd like to invite you to the Eternals as well.
I haven't seen that awful movie, but I guess I can watch it.
I liked it. It was
I liked it a
underrated.
lot.
Underrated,
Oh, no.
and it's Tiamat is going to come back in Captain America: Brave New World. That is where adamantium comes from, which is the metal for Wolverine. That is my prediction. Great.
There we go.
Okay, so Puny Pad.
Jimmy will be on that too, I guess.
Sure. Just that part. I'm just going to have a little sound clip, mic drop, walk out. And yeah, so that's the show. That's what we do. We have months and months of planned episodes that will not be clickbaity garbage again. One more time. If you hear clickbaity garbage again, something terrible went wrong. And but otherwise, you'll be hearing some great theme park content for those of you who love Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and which is better. Until next time, be good to each other, please. Now more than ever, just be kind. And we're all fighting for the 7. Until next time.
I don't know what you're talking about. My life has been a 9 ever since the election.
Of 100.
Until
next time.
That is
court
actually
is adjourned. And now, what was the name of the book again?
It was the Supreme Resort Guide to the Afterlife and Other Things.
All right. Email, if you want an advance copy, email jason@earsup-podcast.com.
He's already expecting
He already
it.
knows.
Put in the subject line, Ghost Book.
That's right. Supreme Resort Ghost
Because you've been listening to Supreme Resort After Hours.
I think we nailed it.
I hate both of you. Thank you.